when you fresh approach and a new perspective, and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, well, hello again, sports fans, and welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio, and as always, presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Doak Propane, Great Southern Bank, Labor's Local 663 in the Bank of Billings. Certainly glad you've tuned in for our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. We go to Liberty High School, home of the Blue Jays, and head football coach Chad Freegon. Coach, thanks so much for being part of the show today.
You bet. Thanks for having us on.
Coach, before we get into our Athlete of the Week segment, just tell us a little bit about the Blue Jays, 2-2 on the season in a very tough district, but tell us a little bit about the season up to this point.
Yeah, we feel like we're getting better each week. And, we started out with a big win at Leesama West week 1. And then dropped 2 in a row to 2 really good football teams. We lost to Liberty North and then a real close game to Ray Peck. We lost 34-31. And then we're able to bounce back with this big game versus Park Hill last week. So we hope we got ourselves moving in the right direction. And, regardless of where our scores have been, just keep getting better each week.
Coach, with regards to your 4 games in, about halfway through the season, you guys are relatively healthy?
Yeah, we are. And we went through a stretch where we were missing a couple guys, and that 2 of our top players were out of that Ray Peck game, and they bounced back quick. So we feel like we're kind of back to full strength and hopefully stay that way.
And a big night by the gentleman sitting next to you against Park Hill. I was watching, kind of following along at Scoreboard Guy on Twitter, and 6 touchdowns, 265 yards for Anthony Winson. And tell us a little bit about this young man.
Well, Anthony's been such a versatile player for us, and over the last few years, he came in as a sophomore and played receiver and played some slot and did a really good job. And then right in the middle of his sophomore year, our starting running back got injured, and there was Wintrick Williams, and he was one of the top running backs in the state. And Anthony popped in and did 3. We were ranked number 1 in the state at the time, and he had 3 games in a row where he had over 100 yards. And we knew right then we had a little something. And last year went back to receiver when Wintrick was a running back as a senior. And as a receiver last year, just had an outstanding year. He ended up he was first team All-State and as a returner also, and just really used his speed, and it's made him a more versatile player. And I think that's coming into effect. We use him, catching the ball in the backfield a lot, but the other night he actually ran it quite a bit and was able to put together some nice runs. And so I think his versatility really helps him.
Well, Anthony, thanks for being part of the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and the Missouri Sports Network, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it.
Anthony, first, tell us a little bit about your background. Coach, talked about coming as a sophomore and getting put in the backfield and then back at wide receiver a year ago. Now you're back in the backfield. What's been the adjustment like? Although you've done it once as a sophomore, but coming back into the backfield, what was the adjustment like?
Well, I've been a running back most of my life, I would say. So the transition for me was actually from running back to wide receiver my sophomore year, and I had to learn that position a little bit more. So coming back to running back actually kind of feels a little bit more comfortable for me. Not saying I didn't enjoy my time at wide receiver. I'm going to Air Force to play slot out there and run the ball as well. So, I just like playing offense and the whole offensive side of the ball. So any way I can get my hands on the ball, I'm for it. So.
It's 265 yards, 6 touchdowns against Park Hill on Friday night. Tell us a little bit about that. Was the scheme work? Obviously, you get great blocking up front. Where do you lay that success?
Yeah, it's really just it comes down to everybody. The scheme was we executed our game plan. We came out there what we wanted to do. We wanted to run the ball and keep their offense off the field. They got a high-powered offense over there, led by Kendrick Bell, and we wanted to keep them off the field, and we did that. And that goes to the O-line and Coach Frigon here and Coach Brown and all those guys, creating the game plan, and we just executed well. That's all I can say, really.
What's a typical week like, just in preparation up? How do you get prepared? Are you watching a lot of film? Are you looking at just reports and things like that? What does your week look like going into this week 5?
I mean, yeah, we definitely watch a lot of film. We try to, pick up on tendencies from, I watch the linebackers a lot to see if they're over pursuing, if I have a cutback lane, or, what's the safety doing? Is he coming up hard? Stuff like that. And really we just work make sure we're comfortable with the plays that we're running that week, and, kind of go from there. And just in the game, we just kind of feel it out and, try to make some big plays.
Now, are you guys a no huddle team, or are you a huddle up team?
Yeah.
Mostly huddle. We do have a package where we can go no huddle, but we mostly are huddle up, and
Yeah. So let's say you break the huddle. You're looking at defense. What are you looking for? Are you looking for maybe I know as a quarterback, a lot of times you look for that safety. Where's he at in the middle of the field? Is it too deep? As a running back, where do you got your eyes on?
So I got my eyes on mostly the linebackers and the defensive line. I want to see where the hole's going to hit, whether it be power or counter or whatever it is. So I want to see where our blockers are going to get up inside, maybe a pulling guard where he's going to kick out. And then also I'm looking at the edge for pressure because we run a lot of option. So we try to make sure that they can't bring edge pressure all the time, but sometimes they do bring it. So if that's coming, I'm looking for that to see if maybe it's a pass protection, if I got to go help, or if I got to, get out the backfield quick because there's somebody coming. So yeah, I'm looking at the defensive line, mostly the linebackers as well. So
again, visiting with Liberty Blue Jays head football coach Chad Fregon and our athlete of the week, sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Anthony Winson. Anthony, you don't have to tell me what it is. I don't want any trade secrets, but do you have that favorite play that maybe you're lobbying on the sideline? Hey, coach, let's go here. Do you have a play that your eyes light up when it's called?
I mean, I don't really necessarily have a certain play. I mean, I just like to get the ball in space. So maybe a swing pass or something where I can make something happen. Sweep maybe.
There you go. We run the buck sweep.
Yeah, buck sweep.
He runs it really well. He's patient, hits that lane, and I was hoping he'd say that play. That's what I was lobbying for. So he runs that play extremely well.
Very good. Well, Anthony, you mentioned you're going to the Air Force Academy. Tell us a little bit about that process and how that came about.
Well, last year, I kind of reached out to Coach Freon and said that the academies were something that I was kind of looking at. I don't know. I like the idea of the education aspect of it, but also the military and serving our country. So I reached out to him and said that was something I was interested in, and he contacted a few people, and we started talking, and I eventually got offers from all three of them. And I visited Air Force and Navy were my final two that I kind of narrowed it down to. But when I went out to Colorado Springs, I just really clicked with the coaches out there. And I really felt like that was somewhere where I could be for the next 4 years. So it really just came down to that. And that's where I saw myself. So.
Very nice. I believe we have a young man maybe at Carthage, Missouri, Luke Gall, who is headed out there as well. Now, he may be linebacker, but he is a running back as well. But have you had an opportunity to visit with him, or was he out there on the recruiting trip while you were there?
Yeah, he was out there when I was there, and we talked a lot, and we kind of hung out when we were out there. So I'm definitely looking forward to having him as my teammate. He's a great player. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having him next to me.
All right, very good. Well, once again, Anthony, on behalf of Missouri Sports Network and the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, we appreciate you getting this set up for us, and hopefully we'll get to visit again into the future. And good luck as you go in here to week 5, and you've got Park Hill South at home.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for doing this every week for our kids here in Missouri.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart,